So this is going to be a guided open focus, relaxing out of pain, whether it be emotional or physical. So in this moment, is it possible to notice where attention has been? Has it been narrow focused on the thinking mind, which is probably arguing or trying to find solutions to the felt sense? Has it been just narrowed on the location of the intensity of the pain? And what if for a moment we could just bring some gentleness, bring some compassion to this body-mind structure? You know, the mind is so worried. Is it always going to be like this? Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I can't believe this is happening. Why is this happening? Does life hate me? All of those thought patterns that are so easily generated by discomfort, either emotional or physical. So, in this moment, can you just recognize that this thought system is just worried, is just trying to figure out a solution? And notice in this moment, if you would, looking up, that in this moment, there's no future in which something is going to happen. There's only now. There's only this moment. The future is happening all in your thinking mind. So how can you find a solution? How can you find relaxation in a future that doesn't even exist? So we're going to open to this moment, what's actually happening here and now, for our solutions, not in a mental world called the future that's not even here except in our thinking mind. So just take a moment to even put a hand on this worried little thing here. Just a hand, and let it see, let the thought system see, in this moment. Let's see what we can find in what's actually happening, as opposed to what's not happening. And you can do that by allowing the body to really, really anchor. What I mean by that is to really see what's here. And just start to notice as attention relaxes to see what's here, besides the thinking, besides the discomfort. What else is here? That is the magic question. What else is here? And notice you have to sit the body up. It can't be hunched over like this when we're suffering or when we're in a great deal of pain. The body does this. But in order to see what else is here and to stop narrow focusing, we have to, what happens? We have to sit the body up. We have to bring our attention away from being narrow focused here or here, and we have to bring it up. Now that's the position, the first position where attention can naturally relax. And now we're starting to share. We've opened the container for the pain, for the mental chatter. When we're narrow focused, it seems like it's the only thing that's there. So we're actually listening to the thoughts of our mind, to the exclusion of the sound of the birds or or the hum of the refrigerator, or the silence that all the sounds come out of and disappear back into. We narrow focus, so it seems like our thoughts are the only thing that is present. And that makes the world of thought seem more real in your experience than what's actually happening. And the body, the nervous system, responds to whatever world it deems as real, as more real. So when you're like this in suffering and the mind is going, look at the posture of the body. It only has from here to the lap. And so that world of worry, that world of resistance, that world of terror and whatever's in there seems so real to the body. But as soon as we sit up, the real world, what's actually happening, the moment, the present moment. And now we let the body see that there's no harm now. There's no threat. And the moment we allow the body to see what's actually here, you'll notice the thinking mind slows down. If you really look, if you really listen to what's here, now the body is part of the actual moment. And this little mental world is not all there is. You've got a whole moment of images, colors, shapes, sounds, whole moment, whole container, huge, of this moment to share attention with. Now the thinking slows down and becomes a part of the moment, not the whole moment. These sensations now become held. So just for a moment, allow yourself to see what the body's being held in and by. Is there any danger? Is there any threat? Is there anything happening in this moment that the mind says is going to happen in the future? And guaranteed that the answer is almost always no. Let yourself really anchor there. Like in this moment, outside of the skin line, how much well-being is there that you didn't notice a few moments ago in narrow focus? And now you can start to see the safety that you're surrounded by. You can hear the safety that you're surrounded by. You see, the comfort that you're looking for in the future is actually here. It's in the moment. Now you have a bigger container. You have the whole moment to hold what's going on in the body mind. So just allowing the body to notice, I'm here, all is well. Here, all is well. Even though there's discomfort, here, all is well. And whatever's here that is still and that is in the least bit pleasant or even neutral, those are your friends in the moment. Those are your friends that are silently holding the space. You see? The colors are gentle. The breeze is kind. The birds are singing to this. So we don't have to tell our story to a person to feel better. We don't have to tell the story at all. We just have to get present with what's here. And oftentimes, our silent friends, like the color of the wall, or the singing of the birds, or the openness of the sky, the ticking of the clock. Oftentimes, those wordless friends are much better listeners. So, what if the whole moment, in this moment, everything that you can see is going to listen without judgment to what's happening? Now, is it possible in this moment to wrap your attention around the whole moment, including the body? So your attention drops behind here and you're part of this whole moment, not separate from it, but a part of it. So your attention relaxes around the whole thing, and it's like a fishbowl or a snow globe. Now your body is held. Look at the immensity that it's held in. And now, is it possible to shift the way you're seeing and seeing that wherever your discomfort feels located, you have to find it? Oh, it's right there. And without thinking a lot about it, just find it somatically. Now, we often label it and say, oh, it's trapped right there, or it's in a specific body part. But let's just let that go for a moment. Let's let that container go and say, no, this area of discomfort doesn't have a small container. It has the container of the moment. And then is it possible just to invite the container, that imagined container, that body part, just to be dissolved into the whole moment, relaxing attention again till you see that the body is part of the whole moment and you're holding the whole thing, this huge container. And now, without being bound, without that sensation being bound, can it just be free? It may not want to go free, and you can't force it, but at least it's like a dog that's been kept in a little bitty kennel all of its life, and it's taken to a foster home where it has a whole backyard, or it has the woods. There's still going to be that imagined container, but the container's actually gone. So that's what we're doing when we see the whole moment. And oh, this sensation is part of it. It's that got the whole container of now. Oh. And then you just let that sensation that seemed so bound have more room, whether it decides to move or not. But you hold the bigger space and you're saying, here's the backyard. Here's the forest. And it goes on and on and on. Take as much room as you need. You wouldn't get mad at a dog who'd been trapped and was confused when he was let loose. This happens with animals in captivity all the time. when they are rescued and set free, they're given a different environment, but their body still reacts to that small container and how it was treated before. But look, it's all over. The body is completely safe in this moment. Whatever caused this pain, it's actually over. And if you let the body see, oh, and you invite that sensation to have all the room it needs and all the time it needs to unwind. And if you anchor attention in the moment, what happens to that thinking mind? Do you notice it slows and it starts to be able to hear the sounds of now? You let your brain and the body hear the sounds of now. And the thinking may not go away because it's so habituated. It's been in the cage, but you invite it to be here as a voice, as a sound amidst all the other sounds. And you let them be. And you just let it be a sound in this moment, rising, disappearing, just like the sound of this voice. It was just scared. It's not bad. This whole thing was scared. It's not bad. But you let it have the safety of the entire moment. You have come to its rescue by being present. And energies may move and twist and turn, but they're moving, you see? They're no longer contained. Oh, and they may go back to the container. Because why? It's habituated to the container. But that container, look, that container is no longer here in this present moment. It's huge. And you just do this again and again and again. And little by little, this terrified creature of the body mind will realize it's over. And with that, everything starts to relax in the safety that is always now. Thank you for listening.